Yo, what's going on, guys? And today I'm going to be showing you guys the plugin minigame called Bedwars. So this is a really cool minigame that I've just found out about. So if you don't know what this awesome minigame is, basically it's like Sky Wars, except there's not terrain, there's no dirt, it's just a obsidian platform. So let's say there's two teams and two obsidian platforms. Those teams will have to try to get to each other based on what they get from the villagers that spawn on their platform. So on those islands, time after time, there's spawners for iron ingots, bricks, and golden ingots where you can trade out with villagers to get certain items and awesome blocks to build your way over to the enemy to destroy their bed, because that is the main goal. So in the description is the plugin, so just make sure you download that plugin, drop it in your plugins folder, and this plugin also comes with a set of maps that is also in the description. So here are some maps. You can also create your own, but I recommend just getting your own map. And I've checked out most of these. Rush is a 2 teams, 1 team going at it against another team. Beast mode is a 4 teams. Cube control is like 8 or 9, so that's a lot right there. So you guys can click on any of them that you want, and Rush basically looks like this. This is the one that I'll be using for my example. So that's what it looks like when they're trying to build their way over there. And to install the map, just make sure you get the plugin called Multiverse Core. I'm sure most of you guys probably already have that plugin, but just download that and I'll show you how to import the world onto your server. So in case you guys didn't know, if you want to import a world with Multiverse Core, you can just drop the world inside the main folder of your server. Alright guys, so once you're in your Minecraft server, if you don't know how to import the world already, you can just type /mv import the world name. So I renamed mine to Bedwars, so it's simple in one word, and then normal, and that will import the world. Then you can just teleport it with /mvtp and then the world name. So that will take you to another spawn point, and then you're gonna have to fly to these coordinates because they kind of don't spawn you over here. So you want to see the coordinates, they're right here. You can just move around until you find the coordinates in the right spot, and here we are here. And those are the coordinates only for the map Rush, but you guys might have a different map, so that's okay. You just gotta find where that place is. You can check the command blocks for the commands that are inside them. Your map will have a bed, so what you want to do is you just want to destroy the bed that's there. We don't need that, we don't need the chest. And you might notice that there are villagers. You can keep them there, and you want to break the block because in here are the item spawners. And the plugin minigame will create its own item spawners, so we don't need these. Make sure to clear that way a little and keep the water there because we'll be doing a command that will create the item spawner over here. So you can just leave it like that, and now we have to fly to the other side to do the same thing. So whatever map you have, just make sure you get rid of the bed, the chest, and the item spawners, and keep the villagers. So I'm just going to do that now, get rid of this. Now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to set the map area. Basically we're gonna have to go to 2 corners of the map, one at the top corner and then one on the bottom corner of the other side. So just imagine it as a rectangle, and we're gonna have to select 2 corners so it selects the whole area. So first I'm gonna fly to my top corner that's on this side. So just make sure that you at least get out some far ways so that you make sure you cover all that area, and just type the command /bwpos1. And there we go, we set position 1. Now we can fly diagonally across into the bottom corner of the other side. So now it's basically like we're forming an imaginary rectangle. Okay, so you can just get kind of far out and make sure you're past the borders of this box here and get down some, and then just have the command /bwpos2, and then there we go. So now we have to create the name of the game. So type /bw add, and then here's where we type the name of our map. So I'm just gonna call mine Rush. That's what it's called. And there we go. We created the game. And so the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to type the command that will bring us to a GUI that's really going to help us out. So just type the command /bw setup. And this is the command that you might have to type a lot of times because you're going to want to come back here a lot. So here are all the arenas that will pop up, and here are the friendly options that we can use that will help us out. So here are the teams, which we'll have to set, the lobby, which we'll have to set, and the item spawners that we'll have to set. So just find a place where you want to set your bed spawn at. So I'm just going to set my bed spawn here. Here's a good spot. So just type /bw setup again. Now go to teams, and here you'll see the colors for all the teams that you can possibly use. And here are also the players per team. So right now it's set at 2. If you want to add an extra player to the team, so you want to have 3 players per team, you can just click on this. And if you want to remove the amount of players per team, you can just click on that. Now the first thing that you want to do is you want to select 2 colors for 2 teams that you want to use. I'm going to use orange and I'm going to use green. But if you want to use a different color, you can just select which one. Hey guys, so right here I made a pretty big mistake. I selected an extra team. So the problem with this GUI is you can't really remove any teams that you select. So when you're going to select them, make sure that you're selecting only the amount that you need, and just make sure that you select the colors that you want, because you cannot remove it from there. But if you do somehow manage to add an extra team that you don't want, you can actually change that in the config, which I'll show you how to do later, like that. But I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to use orange and green, and you can set the bed, and you can also set the spawn point to where the players spawn at. So after they join the lobby with the amount of seconds that they have to, they'll be sent to this place where we set. But of course I'm going to first set the bed, so just click on that. Now we can set the spawn point for where the players actually spawn at. So I'm just going to scoot up a little, type the same command. I'm going to have to go back and click on that. So there we go. Set the spawn point for orange. Now let me get some wool out to identify which side is which. Alright, so that's that. Now before I go any further, I'm going to set the item spawners to make my life a lot easier so I don't have to go back and forth. So yeah, here we have the 3 columns. I'm just going to get over here, and now I'm going to type the command. Actually, for safety purposes and like to prevent any glitches, I'm not going to get in there, I'm just going to get pretty close to it. And then I'm going to type /bw setup. Go to item spawner, and here we have the 3 spawners: the bronze, which is the brick, the iron, and then the gold. So we're going to have to set 3 of those. I'm just going to click on the first one. There we go. It's invisible, so you won't see it. And then basically we want to do the same thing to the other 2. There we go. And the last one, gold. So now we have to set the item spawner, the team spawn, and then the bed spawn of the other team. So there we go. This is the green side. This is where the bed's going to be placed. So let me set the bed for green. And I'm going to set the spawn for green. So just make sure that the bed and the ender pearl that you click on is under the color of the team that you want to set. So there we go. Now the last thing are the item spawners. So I'm just going to get over here. Going to go back. Bronze. There we go. So now we are done pretty much. Now the last thing that we have to do is set the lobby. So I'm just going to use a simple box right here for my lobby. Your guys' lobby can be wherever and whatever. You can just type the same command in, so /bw setup, and then we can go to, where's it at? Right here, lobby, and then click to set location. So there we go. We can click to teleport there. There's no purpose of doing that. Now what we want to do is we want to create the join sign so our players can get to the lobby and then get to the game. Alright, so just place your sign down, type bracket, BW, close bracket, and then the name of your arena. So mine was called Rush, and hit done. So there we go, perfectly set up, and it will show you how many players are in it and of how many players can be in it. Now I made a big mistake by adding another team. I didn't know how to remove it, and I'll show you how I did that really. So what I did was I went to teams, and then I just clicked on another color just to mess around, and it wouldn't go away. So honestly, I don't know how to make it go away, and that's kind of a problem. Say we just click on it, it won't go away. So you're gonna have to be really careful on what you do, but just don't make the mistake like I did. That's basically it for this in-game tutorial. Now I'm gonna show you the config real quick for a quick minute, and then we'll be done. Alright guys, so once you're in the config of the plugin folder, then you can type in game length minutes, so how long you want the game to last. The automatic villager shop, you might want to set that to true. Team chat, up to you. And then the fallback server, which you don't have to worry about. And also, I found out how to remove the teams. So to change the teams, you want to go to the config and change the last one, or you're going to probably have to play around to be honest, but you want to change it to false. And then the rest of the settings are really nothing that you really have to worry about. So that's it for the tutorial. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure if you did that you drop a like please and subscribe for more tutorials, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.